The Phoenix Suns are preparing to be without Chris Paul for at least the next 3 games of the Western Conference semifinals against the Denver Nuggets, and the Suns' depth gives them zero chance of overcoming. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Scott Procter. As always, in this right here is Procter's Point of View. Before we get into today's episode, make sure you drop a like, make sure you comment and subscribe, and if you do comment, keep an eye out because your comment could be featured in a future video like this one right here. Before we get to today's episode, actually, make sure you stay tuned to the end of this episode to find out which team actually has the best depth in the 2023 NBA playoffs. But to this topic today, it's the Phoenix Suns, who are paying the price of trading for a superstar like Kevin Durant, and it's going to cost them a championship. Don't get me wrong. Kevin Durant, KD is worth every single penny, and Devin Booker has looked every bit like a top 5 player in these NBA playoffs. But the Suns roster, it's kind of sorry when you look at it, when you really look at it. You know what they're like? They like that pretty girl who's a baddie, but when you talk to her, you realize that she dumb as hell. She dumb as a box of rocks. Look good as hell, but it's just nothing of substance to her. That's the Phoenix Suns in their roster. When you look at it, you look at like, hey, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Deandre, Ayton, the point guard, CP3, and then you look at the rest of the roster. Aside from KD, Book, Ayton, who's as inconsistent as Anthony Davis, but with half the talent, and Chris Paul, who's now seemingly injured every single postseason. Who's left? Josh Okogie, Damian Lee, Torrey Craig, Cam Payne, Ish Wainwright, who literally played college football. Jock Landale, like, stop it. Like, let's be for real. This is the NBA playoffs we're talking about. You can't have depth like this and get away with it. Look no further than the Philadelphia 76ers, who were without MVP Joel Embiid, and shout out Joel Embiid for getting his first MVP. They were without him for a pivotal Game 1 on the road against the Boston Celtics, and they were able to steal a Game 1, not just because James Harden dropped 45 points, but because of Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, B-Ball Paul Reed, real depth. Look at the Miami Heat. Jimmy Butler misses a pivotal Game 2, but the Heat, who are already without Tyler Hero, mind you, in their depth, they're able to hang tough on the road in Madison Square Garden and nearly steal a Game 2. Shoot, look at the Suns' very opponent, the Denver Nuggets. Jamal Murray was 3 of 15 from the field in Game 2, but Aaron Gordon, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and of course, Nikola Jokic were able to step up to go up 2-0 in that series over the Phoenix Suns. Part of the reason the Suns' future was so bright just a year ago was because of budding stars like Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, who immediately looked the part after being traded to Brooklyn for KD, and I bet Phoenix not too long in the future is going to regret trading away those 2 guys. But not only now is that a part of the Suns' past, who knows how long KD will even be able to play at this level, or how long he'll even want to stay in Phoenix after this season inevitably falls short of expectations. But if you want to see playoff depth at its finest, look at Philly again, who I mentioned earlier in this video. Doc Rivers was able to roll out eight solid rotational guys in Game 1 against Boston, and that 8 number doesn't even include their MVP and Joel Embiid. So the Sixers are deep, and it's that depth that I think makes them very much alive to finally break through and appear in the NBA Finals. But that's going to do it for this episode of Procter's Point of View. Tune back in tomorrow as I discuss right here Packers quarterback Jordan Love, his new contract extension, and his new secret weapon. But before then, make sure you drop a like. Of course, make sure you comment, and make sure you subscribe to catch Procter's POV every single day. Thanks for watching. Feel free to check out our other videos, and don't forget to smack that subscribe button down below while you're at it. Also, for more great and original content, head right over to bbmsports.com.